Hi, I'm Sheila Callahan, Executive Director and Board Chair for Age Equity Alliance 501c3, partnering with organizations to create age equity in the workplace. When I first started writing for Forbes Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion channel, I often relied on generational references to frame cohorts of people, until I realized that doing so actually perpetuated some of the bias and stereotypes that I was trying to prevent. So here's an example. Just because I can remember sitting in front of the television watching Neil Armstrong take his first steps on the moon does not, by any stretch of the imagination, define how I show up in the workplace. And it's nonsensical to think that anybody can be defined in terms of talent and potential and ways of working, but based on the year that they're born. So let's think about the other factors that go into shaping the way somebody shows up in the workplace. There's socioeconomic factors. There's education, not only of oneself, but of parents and grandparents. There is where you grew up, the city, the country, the north, the south, the east, the west. All of those kinds of things impact what your experiences are about. Let's talk about other dimensions of diversity. Let's talk about whether or not you had a mentor or a role model as you were growing up or in the workplace when you were building your career. Let's talk about whether you ever traveled outside of your state or even your country and what those kind of experiences can mean for you. Let's talk about just your personal experiences in general, socially and in the workplace with people who are different from you. All of these things shape how you show up in the workplace. So when we think about age equity, it's very important to alleviate the generational talk that helps perpetuate bias. And the more that people try to use generational references to define how people work and how they show up in the workplace, then the more pervasive these age bias and stereotypes become. What the workplace needs when we think about the future of work is they need exceptional talent. And talent can't be defined by any dimension of diversity, including age.
What kind of workplace do you want to age in?